Hi, my name is Logan Graham. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to sail a thistle sailboat. A thistle is a type of dinghy which is about 17 feet long and was originally designed by Douglas Scott. Douglas Scott designed this boat back in 1945. The boat at that time was built of plywood, not fiberglass, which kind of came about in the mid-1950s. The boat consists of 3 separate sails. The first sail is the main sail. It is the largest and pulls the most amount of air. It's how the boat gets its main drive. The second is the jib, which is on the front part of the boat near the bow. This is used to force wind, so you don't lose any wind on the front side of the boat. Because without it, there's just a very large opening which air just passes right through and you lose a lot of power on your mains. The third type is a spinnaker. And a spinnaker is a lot like a parachute. It is attached to the boat, and when you're in a downwind situation, when the wind is coming at your back, it actually forces the wind up and pulls the boat down the lake. I personally sail competitively at Geis Reservoir in Fishers, Indiana. Started sailing about 2 years ago it was my youth pastor. My best friend's father was the youth pastor at my church. And after church one day, he called me and said, "Hey, do you want to go out to go sailing?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, I'll try it out." And since then, I've been going out sailing probably 2 or 3 times a month, generally sailing on just the thistle. A few weeks ago, we actually placed second in a regional tournament, which was the Midwest tournament, sponsored by Heineken. At that tournament, we raced against about 10 to 15 other boats, which is pretty standard for a regional event. In Florida, around the time of February, we have a competition called Midwinters, which has about probably 10 to 15 different types of sailboats. Those boats are keel boats, thistles, standard dinghies, and day sailors. Which day sailors are, they're not a class of boat. They are just what you would use them for. A thistle is considered a day sailor, so almost every boat within that competition is any type of boat. You have dinghies, you have thistles, you have keel boats. Dinghies is also an overall class, not a subclass like a thistle. Thistle is only specific because it is a specific design and is meant for racing. The reason it's meant for racing is it has a very, very minimal contact with the water. The goal for the boat is to keep it flat. When you're on the boat, that is your purpose, is to keep it flat. Boats generally work through centripetal force. So by the force of the wind coming across the boat, you have to counterbalance that, which forces the boat to go forward. And that's done by your weight. I'm a mid-crew, so I generally control the jib. The front crew generally controls the spinnaker, which is only up in the downwind. And the back crew, or the skipper, controls the main and then the rudder. And the rudder is actually what controls the boat in its direction. So as you cross the water to get to your point, use the rudder to generally steer and get the most amount of air, which generally gets the most amount of tip on the boat, which gives you the most speed. And that is how you sail a thistle sailboat.